You're listening to Trust. Each episode is fully improvised based on a one-word suggestion from Twitter. Today's word is...
The word is court.
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 The word is court.
Okay.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of CourtShip. This is the podcast for you new downloaders. This is the podcast where I take you on an inside look, a little inside peek to the exclusive vacations that I host on my yacht, specifically for attorneys. Now, it's no secret that the life of an attorney is a very stressful life, and not just any vacation can ease that stress. So what I've done is I've put together a very specific excursions, agendas, and I invite attorneys, former colleagues, onto my courtship, and I take them around and let them de-stress. So we are on a board right now of the SS Gavel as we speak, and right now the guest that I have is an attorney from Iowa, I believe. Was it not Iowa?
That's right, outside of Des Moines.
Okay,
Coralsville.
Right Coralsville.
Yeah.
Coralsville. That's funny because there's no coral in out there.
I like what you did there, but there is quite a bit of coral.
Okay, is there a saltwater in?
Not coral reef, like coraling.
Oh, sorry, I spent so much time out here on the open.
On the boat.
Out here
yeah,
on
I
the
spent
boat.
so much time litigating corals.
That's right. This is a ship.
A lot of fights that break out in bars.
Oh, got it. Right. Okay. Yes, that makes sense.
It's a kind of the main form of law that's practiced in Iowa.
Okay.
Is litigating bar fights.
Got it. Bar fight.
Corals,
litigation.
if you will. All the way up to rumbles.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Any Donnybrooks? I'm assuming that's a big part of it.
Yes.
Melees and such.
Melees, yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So why don't you go ahead if you feel comfortable?
Okay.
I know you're on vacation here. I don't want to make you work, but if you could, sort of introduce yourself.
Okay.
Let us know. A lot of folks, just to give you some structure, sort of hit a breaking point, before reaching out to me to get on the courtship.
Sure, yeah.
So if you could just kind of let us know how you got here, I think it's really beneficial just to let the listeners know. I know there's a lot of attorneys out there, a lot of lawyers' assistants and such, a lot of office folks, and it might help them to know they're not alone in their stress, and there is an out for a very small fee. They can come out here on the courtship. So yeah, go ahead. What brings you to the courtship?
Okay, well, I'm Brian O'Brien.
Brian O'Brien,
attorney at law.
Is that an Italian name? Or
it's actually Scottish.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's Scottish.
Okay,
but I, fifth generation Iowan. So
wow.
Yeah, blue-blooded.
Yeah, you bet.
Born and raised.
Okay, all right.
Real corn-fed.
Okay,
red-blooded American.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten out of the greater Iowa area a whole lot. I did go on one cruise, if you count a pontoon in the Ozarks.
Nope, that doesn't count.
Doesn't count?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I was hoping that would be sort of preparation for this because went on that pontoon. That was when I was a teen.
Okay, yeah, I noticed you were wearing those the wristbands for seasickness.
Yes, I got the wristbands. I got the water wings.
Is this? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at your water wings here.
Yep.
I see that you have your nose plug and actually your hair cap on. So this is actually a very, a vessel that's built to be out here on the open sea.
That's what they said about the Titanic.
Well, right. We
a lot of litigation with that one.
Yeah.
You can open up the law history books, and there is some very interesting litigation with that one. The court calls to session Iceberg versus the state of Missouri.
Hi, this is O'Connell Fonnell, and I am representing Iceberg in this case. I guess we can go into our opening proceedings if that's okay with you, Your Honor?
You may proceed.
Okay. So my client, Iceberg, was on his own, doing what icebergs do, what is to be expected of an iceberg. It was minimally mobile. Minimally mobile. This is something to remember as we go through our opening statements here, that our iceberg was...
Objection. Icebergs float all over the world. Overruled. I want to hear this.
Good. Thank you for letting me continue. So it was minimally mobile. It was actually doing its best to conceal itself, to not be a hindrance to the above water.
Objection.
Okay.
It was the concealing that made it so dangerous. Daniel, would you just give it a break already? I've heard enough from you today. Please proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. This concealment was not to dupe the prosecution side here. The concealment was to not be in harm's way. The Titanic was not a submarine, was it? No, most of my client was in fact under the water. My client was actually considerate enough to leave.
Objection.
Okay, you know what?
I'm not sure if submarines have been invented yet at this point. Sustained.
Well, all right, sorry. I'm also a patent lawyer, and I guess I've got my wires crossed here. Someone has recently, there's this invention where it's a metal, but it goes underwater. I don't know how that's going to work, but...
Yeah, I'd like to file this. I have a little invention, and I think it's going to do real well. After what just happened out there in the Atlantic, I think people are going to be pretty gun-shy about taking a normal boat like on top of the water. So I have a patent for an invention that I made. It's made of metal. It goes underwater. Let's see here. It's going to weigh at least 14 tons. People go inside of it. They're all going to be breathing the same air, and I think it's going to take off. So I'd like to get a patent for that if I could.
We need a name for the product.
All right, let's see. Well, I just got kicked out of the military, so it's not quite military grade. Let's see here. Sub-military. No, that's no good. Sub-Navy, no. Sub-Army.
There's a lot of people in line
No.
here.
All right, we'll call it a submarine. Submarine.
All right, fine. Good luck getting that off the ground.
It goes underwater. It's not a flight.
I don't listen, I just dictate.
It's
Ooh, first time cruise for you?
Yeah, first time.
First time cruiser, long time lawyer.
Long time lawyer. Yeah,
That's
too.
me. That's me.
Hi, I'm Steve Martin.
Oh, hi
And-
Steve. I'm Dick Richard.
Hi, nice to meet you. This is my first time out here. I guess gotta tell you, the stress of lawyering. It really got to me.
I
real
hear you,
bad.
buddy. I hear you.
I went off in a court.
Oh no.
In court there, and lost my temper. I lowered my tie.
You hit your lawyer boiler.
That's what happens.
They talk about that on the podcast all the time.
Yeah.
What was your lawyer boiler moment like?
Well, I guess where I peaked, I was forced to sue myself, and it was a frustrating experience, as you can imagine. I had broken my ankle, so it was a simple slip and fall, real slimy.
Oh, simple slip and fall.
Real slimy.
Gotcha, buddy.
Yeah,
Got it.
Real ambulance chaser move on my
Yes.
part. And, I had slipped and fell on my property. So obviously someone had to cover the medical bills. And there was the damages. And I mean, I really went after myself.
Yes,
I went
yes.
for emotional damages. The doctor's bills. And of course, go ahead.
But I don't want to overreach here, but they say you're not supposed to represent yourself for a reason. And, if you wanted me to take up the case, I could get a lot of money out of you.
I mean, that'd be great. I know we're not supposed to talk business here on the
Oh, that's
on the
right.
CourtShip. But
Don't talk shop on the ship.
yeah, no ship.
That's what they say, buddy.
Ship shop talk. But yeah, that'd be great. I need some firepower here to combat myself, because I am telling you, I'm putting myself through the ringer, and
Wait, so just to be clear, do you want me to defend you or sue you? Or both?
what I need is defense specifically.
From yourself.
Yeah, because I'm a great prosecution lawyer. I'm really getting after it. And the problem is I'm actually going for jail time, for negligence. And that's something I can't have. I might be disbarred.
Wow.
If that happens. So yeah, I could use some defense, because, I think I have a pretty clean-cut case, against myself.
I just thought that, like, this ship might be the right time to maybe, I'm finally not in the office. How many chances do I have to interact, like, mingle, Like, when am I ever going to meet guys,
Yeah.
Like, my mom is always getting on my case about, like, oh, did you go out with that guy I met at church? Or did you go out with that guy that I met on my
go
way
to
to church? Or, no, my mom goes to church and she meets all these guys there.
Yeah. Look, I say you do it. I mean, we're not supposed to talk shop, right? But this isn't shop. This is
What else is there to even...
pleasure. We're here to relax, right?
Yeah, right.
So I say...
And I feel like
yeah.
if I could find a lawyer, he would get that I'm too busy to actually date.
Yeah.
Maybe we could set up some kind of arrangement where we just show up for holidays and...
Yeah, that'd be great. You could draft something up.
Yeah.
Like a
Make a clear agreement.
clear agreement. Yeah, you can
So there's
sign
no
it.
expectations.
Yeah. That's the dream. I mean, as you know, for most attorneys is to, fall in love or not, but have an arrangement with another attorney.
Yeah, to arrange a love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I say you do it. I really, when we joined up there, I didn't see anything that said you can't.
Yeah, you're right.
Again, this is the Airbud rule, right?
Yeah,
There's
as
no
long
rule that
as there's
says,
no specific rule.
that says
It's just
you
like
can't.
that landmark case, Airbud versus the NBA.
That's right.
Yes, so Your Honor, I guess for the record, I will introduce myself. I am Pants Soxum, and I am representing Harold Budsworth, with an AKA of Air Bud, in this case.
And I'm Rhonda McSplonda, and I represent the National Basketball Association.
That's right. So, if I may proceed with my opening statement, that'd be great, Your Honor. May I, please?
Objection! Her client's a dog. Well, there's no rule saying that a dog can't be a defendant in court, so... Well, I say proceed.
You know what? Thank you, Your Honor, first of all. Before we get started, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and take off my pants. You know what? Why not? Unless, of course-
Objection! Objection! He can't take off his pants in court. Well, let me see. There's no specific rule saying that he can't. Wait a minute. I see what he's doing here.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to, first of all, start masturbating. Second of all, if we could just wrap this whole thing up and just sort of rule in my favor now without hearing the opening statements or the rest of the court, I think that'd be great.
Objection! You can't do any of those things, and we have to have an actual trial. Well, okay, there are rules saying you have to have a trial, but you know what? I like your style. I rule in favor of the dog.
Oh, hey, hi there. Hi, cruise much?
Hi, yeah.
Hi. Sorry, that was a bad joke. I just
No,
I'm a
that
little
was
nervous.
a joke? Okay.
Oh,
Great.
sorry. Hi, I'm sweatshirt sleeveson,
Oh,
and
sweatshirt sleeveston.
yes.
You litigated that big case
Yep. I was
for rock versus scissors.
Yeah, it was rock versus scissors, and a lot of people didn't think scissors had a chance,
Yeah,
but
that change in precedent single-handedly changed the way that school kids make decisions.
yeah, a lot big impacts. I think we're gonna actually see more and more impacts. As these children grow up, there's gonna be a lot less, throwing stones and a lot more cutting in line. So that's good. Anyway, you look great. You look great. Are you going to the captain's ball later?
Oh, wait, really quick. So you think that I look great?
Yes.
So you would not be embarrassed to tell people that you were in love with me?
Boy, how many people would I have to tell? Just in general people? Or?
It would generally be
public?
my family, your family if you want.
Okay, so that's, I'm assuming
and
you have a normal
any
family.
friends that I
2 children?
may make
Okay.
in the course of the term of this agreement.
Okay. Boy, how many friends would you say you've made in the past month?
I currently have one.
You currently have one. Okay.
Rhonda.
Rhonda. Okay, good. Let's see. I have one. Okay. Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I'd be willing to do that. Given, of course, that when we are seen together, you let me speak first, and don't sort of talk over me for the first minute of our conversation. You may interact in that conversation, but just I know if there's an interruption, that would sort of be a breach of our agreement.
Under the condition that I can sigh and show signs of annoyance with you.
Sure, eye rolling. Is that
Yeah, eye
that
rolling
you
would be
consider?
par for the course. Yeah, let me write this down. I'm going to
Wow.
put specifically eye rolling as an example.
perfect? Thank you. Yeah, that'd be great. Wow, this is pretty neat.
This is what I've always wanted.
Me too.
To be honest, I've never been to a real dance before since the prom in the Coralsville High School prom.
Oh wow, really?
Not a lot of dance clubs out in Iowa, you know.
Really?
Getting
Really?
crazy. Yeah, no, not at all.
Nothing, huh?
Not a lot of those.
Interesting.
We do hootenannies.
Hootenanny. Okay.
Yep.
I actually did some research online here,
did
and
you?
I don't mean to, I know they say we shouldn't be working, but as
Yep.
the captain of the CourtShip, I believe, and the
Oh.
host of the podcast, I am allowed to bend my own rules.
Special exception made
That's
for
right. That's
for
right.
the captain.
Well, it's in the contract,
oh,
so
we all read the contract, every single
right.
word before we got on the boat,
that's right.
so
And
don't need to worry
so
about
you read
that.
it. It's in the contract, meaning there's
I
no
sent
rule
in a
that
few
says-
amendments.
Well, I'll observe those, but I won't know if I will follow them. What I was going to say was I did some research because my mother used to work in the Midwest, and I knew she worked at a hospital. And I was poking around, and I was just wondering what hospital you were born at there in Coralsville.
That's a funny question.
Yeah, just wondering because maybe my mother might have been, been involved with your birth. It just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it was actually it was St. Coral's Hospital.
St. Corals.
Yeah, St. Coral's.
That one didn't come up on my list.
Oh, that's
You say you're from...
Coralsville, Iowa, just
Coralsville.
outside of Des Moines.
Okay.
Des Moines.
Interesting.
And
Worked outside of Des Moines. Okay, Corals.
so Des Moines.
Oh.
And that's where I practice
Sure. And
law.
where did you get your? Obviously we're all attorneys here.
JD, of course. Yeah.
So where did you?
Jurisdiction degree. Yes. Jurisprudence. I went to the
Where did you get passed for the bar? I guess is.
the University of the State of Iowa. Yep, great institution out there in the state of Iowa. That is in Iowa
Okay.
City.
Hey man, thanks so much for representing me. I heard you on the podcast, and I sounded like great Coralsville. I don't really know where that is. I'm not a map aficionado or a mapsman or whatever they're called.
Never spent much time in the I town, the
No.
old I state.
No, there's got to be.
Oh,
more than
you're
that.
missing out.
Okay, but thank you so much for representing me. Your fees are high, but this is a very important case for me.
Worth it.
and I just want to make sure that there's a lot of there's professionalism.
Oh yes,
Got to be it's got to be tip-top shape.
The University of the State of Iowa doesn't graduate a bunch of schmucks.
Okay.
I'll tell you that much.
Okay, great. Okay, here comes the judge. We better stand up. Stand up.
Oh yes, of course we stand up. Yes. You may be seated. Lady judge, huh? Wow. They don't do that in Iowa.
Stop there. She's looking at you. She's looking at you like you should say your opening.
Oh, yes. Of course, it's do things a little differently in Iowa. Hi. Hey there. Hello, everyone. Good morning, Vietnam. All right. I am here representing
Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson.
But not that Jack.
But not that Jack Johnson, as he sues for divorce.
No, it's not. It's just filing for divorce. What are you talking about? I don't want to sue her.
File. Oh, okay. So of course, the terminology is a little different in Iowa. Filing for divorce, of course. And as you will see in the case that we're laying out, his wife had multiple other husbands at the same time, which invalidates the marriage contract by the laws of the state of Oregon.
Objection, Your Honor. It is irrelevant that this person was married or seeing a married woman. I don't see what that has to do with our slip and fall case that we are discussing today. I object. You would. I do. Your Honor, I have to object. This is a character flaw, and my client here, he thinks that he should be, this fact should be awarded. I'm sorry, I'm a little flustered. Say something.
Hey, buddy, you want me to step in there?
Yeah, if you could, thank you.
Okay, look, I feel like we could probably wrap this up with a settlement. So the defense, we would like to offer the prosecution, the claimant,
Yes.
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 Let's just say full access to use of the defendant's house, and the right to what else you got? I don't know. Access to.
I would like the prosecution to have to make me an ice cream sundae.
Okay, that's
every single Sunday.
Okay,
Just ask the judge.
Yeah, so he'll have to make himself an ice cream sundae every Sunday.
I object. The court can't possibly let that slide. Let me see here. You know what? Overruled, technically. There's no rule that says you can't make someone make you an ice cream sundae on Sunday.
All right, buddy, this looks pretty good. Let's just figure out my fee, and then I'm going to get back on the ship.
All right, yeah, we should hurry it up. This port's only 8 hours.
Yeah, and the big ball is tonight.
We're lucky we got it moved to Cabo San Lucas, actually. Usually they don't let it leave the United States.
I thought I made it very clear that one of the benefits not included in this arrangement was dancing. Dancing is nowhere in the contract.
I know, well, I'm sorry, but, not having it in the contract doesn't mean that we can't do it, okay? There's no rule that says we can't dance.
I guess technically the contract doesn't say that there's no dancing.
That's right.
The Airbud clause.
It's the Airbud clause.
Well, all right, I guess I'll give it a shot. Oh, you have such strong forearms.
Thank you. I do a lot of penning. Yes?
I guess the contract never said we can't kiss.
There's no rule that says I can't move a little closer to you.
Oh my God. I just realized what I should have written into the contract, the most important thing.
What?
That we can't fall in love.
This has been Trust. This episode was improvised by Josh Lindgren and Jesse Rogers. Our theme music is by Arnand and the Slaughterblondes. Learn more at twitter.com/trustimprov and facebook.com/trustimprov.